Hey guys, it's Mark here from ETFtracker, and we've got another ETFtracker snapshot to look at. And this is per another request. This is for NDQ. So we'll go to my screen here and we can see the ETFtracker app. We'll go to full screen on that so that we can see it more clearer. And we'll go to ETF Snapshots. So it's as simple as scrolling down or typing in the search for the particular ETF that you're looking for. So in this case, it's NDQ. There's also the hedged version, but we'll take a look at the just normal flavor of NDQ. Now, all of this is part of the ETF Analysis series that we've been doing. This will be video number 9 or 10, I think. And yeah, we'll continue to do more if people have requests for these kinds of things. So we've done Qual and VDHG and Moat and all sorts. Okay, so if you've got some interest in this, please do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, come along for the journey. So this is data up until August 2021. And the new September data, which should come out from the ASX probably early next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday. So we should have some further updates there. So what we can see here is that this is from BetaShares. It is in the global equity category. It tracks the benchmark of the Nasdaq 100. And it actually has 105 holdings. So let's take a look at those holdings. And we can see here, it's ordered by weight. You could order it by market value or by alphabetical order for the name. On the right-hand side, we can see that the top 10 holdings make up 53% of this ETF. So that's how much that weighting is at the very top of this ETF. And its total market value is $2.3 billion. So you can scroll down and see how it gets into the fractions basically at the bottom here. So it holds a little bit of Aussie dollar. There's an E-mini here as well, but there's no value for that one. There might actually be a value. It might be negative, but it's just not showing up here. But it comes up and shows that these are all of the different holdings that it does have. So there's ones at fractions of not even 1%. So goes down that path. Okay, so take a look at that one. And if we go back, you can see the description here as well, but we'll go back to the main tiles. We can see that it aims to track the performance of the Nasdaq 100 index before fees and expenses. The Nasdaq 100 comprises 100 of the largest non-financial companies listed on the Nasdaq market and includes many companies that are at the forefront of the new economy. So we did a review of another kind of new economy ETF, China new economy. So, and that was all kind of up and coming and even more established, but the ones that are at the forefront of technology and digital kind of companies. It's the same thing here. We can see per performance that it was 6.2% in August. That's total return. So it takes into account dividends being redistributed, and it was 132% cumulative. So we'll take a look at that one. So that's adding up all of the 1 month returns together. So this profile here with the ups and downs and, some good months, mostly good months and some bad months, we actually add all of that together to get the cumulative figure. And so that's where that one is at. Let's take a look at size, and we can see that in the last 2 months, it's had its most net inflows. And this is money coming into it on the ASX, right? So it's had the most net inflows in the last 2 months. It was most in July, and then it had another really solid month in August. And we can see how funds under management, has had that like continuous growth. Okay, so it's now at 2.3 billion. And let's take a look at the transactions and trades. We can see that trades are there on the front screen, and it has been getting much more popular in the last couple of years. We can see it had a really big month there in March. So after the crash, it was just getting traded a lot. So other people were buying into it or getting out of it. People saw opportunity there, it looks like. And there was a lot of retail trading. We saw all of that in the news, and probably a lot of advisors as well, like putting clients' money, because there was an increase. We've seen that advisors have been using ETFs. Okay, we can see that in transaction volumes, the levels we're at over the past 2 years has been much higher than any previous years. And that leads to the transaction values also being high as well. And then we'll take a look at tradability. So liquidity and spread. And we can see that the spread here has been coming down. It was already quite low at 0.17% back in 2017, but it's improving more and more. As more people trade this, there's more people in the market. You do want to see spreads getting lower, because that means it's easier. There's less friction for buyers and sellers to come together. If there were wide spreads, then it is going to be a little bit harder. We've learned a little bit more about market makers and their importance of being able to ensure that spreads are low. So if you haven't seen that, then check out the ETF Tracker show, the interviews with experts. We had a show with 9 Mile Financial, and they talk all about this kind of stuff. So, and there's more materials out there too. Liquidity has been around just under that 10% mark. It's been higher last year. It's a little bit lower this year in 2021 than it was in 2020, but it still seems solid. So that's okay. And then finally, distribution yield has increased. So it's at 3.52% per the latest count, and it's much higher than it was in the last couple of years. It has increased its management expense ratio. So that was 0.38%, but that was back in 2017. So if you're a newer investor, you wouldn't have felt this hit. It's just been the same way it's been tracking over the last couple of years. And that's it. That is NDQ. So if you have an interest in seeing any more of this kind of stuff, please do subscribe to the series. We put this on YouTube as well as Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, you can check out the highlights and stuff there. We actually put out the full video, but we've got, the series on both of those channels. And if you're interested in any more types of analysis, not just the ETF snapshots, but you want to look at something else, then let me know and we'll see what we can do to accommodate. But anyway, I'm Mark. This is the ETF Tracker Show and the ETF Analysis series. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.